Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga, and I'm super excited to practice today and to practice with you. So thank you for joining me. Appreciate you more than you know. I hope that you are ready for a great yoga session. That's always my intent. So just happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Water, handy if you need it. Feel free to stop anytime you need to. Feel free to adjust the intensity of the pose or come out of the pose if ever you need to. If something's just not right today, you can always pick a different pose or just take a second and wait until we move on to the next. So remember that this is your time, your practice, your journey. All right, my friends, a seated position that feels right to you, and let's sit up nice and tall. Turning those palms to face the sky, draping the wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger to gently touch your thumb. Close your eyes and just breathe. We sit up nice and tall, feeling the length in the spine, aware of those big, full, deep breaths. Letting go of yesterday, present right here. Not anticipating even this afternoon or tomorrow. Present within the four corners of your mat. And let's just slowly walk those hands forward. Just gently releasing the weight of the upper body down. And you might notice some stiffness in your back, your hips. It's okay. Just let gravity do the work. Let your head be heavy and just melt. Now, if you don't have that tightness, just be thankful. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands forward a little bit more. Just getting that extension and that little space between each of the vertebrae, and then let that head be heavy. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands over to the right. Reach through your left fingertips as far as you can reach, and then relax the weight of the head. Just a nice long stretch on that left side. And we're going to intensify that stretch as we reach that left arm up and over, opening the tummy and chest, turning your gaze to the sky. Now give a little push with that right hand against the mat. Lift that left side of the rib cage. Then breathe. Circling that left arm around behind your back. Turn your gaze down towards the mat and gently tuck your chin towards your collarbone. A little roll of that left shoulder back and away, just feeling that nice stretch through the neck, into the shoulder. Now at this point, if you want to come down onto that right forearm, feel free. Otherwise, just stay up on that right palm. Circling that left arm back up and over. Oh, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, release the tummy and chest to your thigh. Head heavy. Close your eyes. Just breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk those hands back through center and relax the weight of the head down. And nestle the tummy and chest into your lap. You can get rid of the wiggles a little bit. Move around as much as you need to. And then let's lift just slightly and walk over to the left. Reaching through those right fingertips as far as you can reach. Releasing the weight of your head down. Just that really nice stretch through the obliques, that QL region. Mobility in the spine. And let's take that right arm up and over. Opening the tummy and chest. Reach. Now give a little push with that left hand. Lift the right side of the rib cage. Feel that space between the ribs. Circling that right arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back. And then slowly turn your gaze down towards the mat with a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. And again, at this point, you can stay up on the palm or gently sink down onto that left forearm. If we have a hard time keeping that right sit bone down, coming down onto your forearm, just stay up on the hand. And let's circle that right arm back up and over. Reach it out. And then exhale, release the tummy and chest back to your thigh. Head heavy. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through to center. Oh, walking those fingertips out as far as you can walk them. Again, nestle that tummy and chest just into your lap. Get rid of the wiggles. Give it a little shake. Let go of that tension in your neck. Inhale, circle the arms around behind and overhead. Reach and sit up nice and tall. Exhale, rotate to the right. Place that left hand to the top of the left or the right thigh. Sit up as tall as you can sit. That right hand is behind you to help prop you up even taller. And then take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Gently press that left shoulder down and away, and a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Again, stretching the neck. So flexibility, mobility, range of motion. So important, guys, to keep us young with each day that passes. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. Exhale, rotate. Right hand to the top of that left thigh. Left hand behind you to prop you up and sit up as tall as you can sit. And then gently take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Right shoulder gently presses down and away. Little tuck of your chin. Oh, that feels good. Towards that left collarbone. Breathe. So every day is different, guys. The journey's different each time we step back onto our mat. Don't ever let that frustrate you. Just know that that's part of the deal. Depending upon what you've been doing, what you've had to drink, to eat, how you've been sleeping. Inhale, reach to the sky. Your emotional state, it's all part of it. Turning back to front, release your hands down by your side. So let's turn and come up onto all fours. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width. We're going to open up those knees and sit it back to extended child's pose. So we're resting the chin or the cheek or the forehead to the mat. And I just want you to relax, letting the body surrender in. Find the breath. Slow it down. And we're going to inhale, we're going to lift the head. We're going to bring those knees back towards one another and then sit it back to child's pose. Forehead to the mat, arms extended out nice and long. Let's bring the forearms to the mat, bring the palms to gently touch. We lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift your hips to the sky. Coming up to dolphin. So our feet are hip width apart. And remember, you are never stuck in a pose. So if you're somewhere and your body is like, wow, this just feels awkward, adjust. Find that place that feels the very best to you. Allowing those heels to sink, feeling that nice long stretch on the backs of the legs. And let's slowly take a giant step back with one foot and then the other. And let those heels just gently sink. So we've made our stance a little bit longer here. Noticing the difference in the stretch. We're going to inhale it to a dolphin plank. So those shoulders kind of right up over those wrists. We lift out of those shoulders, a little bit of a pelvic tilt so that we stay strong all the way through the body. Breathe. So we just want to make sure that we're not arching and letting those hips sink. We want to do that little pelvic tilt, squeeze those buns, lift out of those shoulders. Find that breath. And let's slowly walk those feet back in to dolphin. And we're going to open up those feet just a little bit. Turn our toes inward and let the heels sink. So we've created a little bit of a pigeon-toed stance with our feet. And just noticing the difference in that stretch. Through the outer ankles, the outer calves. Letting go of that tension in those quadriceps. Staying strong through the belly. Now we're going to turn and let those heels just gently sink. So now those feet are parallel. And allow those heels to find the mat as best you can. And let's walk those feet back into hip width apart. Release the knees to the mat, hands to the mat. Press and lift to downward facing dog. Find your breath.
Let your head be heavy. Press through that mat. Really guide your weight back and see if you can't make that nice long line all the way from the tips of the fingers up to the sit bones, getting the bend out of the wrist. Let's inhale it to high plank, shoulders right over those fingertips. Exhale it back to down dog. And as we transition between these two poses, hopefully not having to move a whole lot. Inhaling it to plank, exhaling it to down dog. One more time, inhaling it to plank, exhaling it to down dog. This time, as you inhale to high plank, draw that right knee in, hold it. If you need to place that foot down for support, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, keep that foot lifted. Now let's take that right knee out to the right, towards the shoulder. And placing that right foot up by the hand, we rotate and extend right arm to the sky. Now that foot does not have to be way up by the hand. It can be down a little bit further, just as far as you can, and then reach and lift out of those shoulders. Circling that right arm around behind your back, rolling that chest open towards the sky, just reaching around your hip, your waist, as far as you can reach. Inhale, extend right arm to the sky. Slowly release your hand down and step it back to plank. Crocodile down, toes or knees. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And we inhale it once again to plank, holding your plank. We draw that left knee in, holding it. Again, if you need to bring that foot to the mat, make it happen. Otherwise, holding it up. Lifting out of those shoulders. Now let's take that left knee out towards the shoulder. And place that left foot up as close as you can towards your hand. Toes are turned out. We rotate and extend left arm to the sky. Reach it up, high as you can reach. Lengthen out of the shoulder up to the tips of the fingers. Circling that left arm around behind your back. Rolling the tummy and chest open. Lifting out of that right shoulder. We want to make sure that we're not sinking into that shoulder. And breathe. Extending left arm back to the sky. Release your hand down. And let's step it back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And let's gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Big, full, deep breaths. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. And just relax the weight of the upper body. Let your head be heavy. Face soft. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on. And then gently sway side to side. Coming back to center. Relax the arms and slowly roll it up. Rolling those shoulders up and back. Oh, shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Let's bend the knees. Place the hands just above the knees, fingertips pointing inward. Take a big breath in. Press the chest forward. Arch your back. Gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Tuck your chin. Standing cat and cow. Inhale, press it through. Arch the back. Exhale and hollow. One more time, each direction. Big inhale. And big exhale. And inhale it back to center. Reach to the sky. Exhale and pull the hands to heart center. Bring the big toes to touch. Little space between the heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Twist and place that right elbow to the left knee. Opening to the left. Gazing up over that left elbow. Knees side by side.
Opening those arms if you like. Find your breath. Shifting that weight into those heels. Can you lift those toes? Bringing the hands back to heart center. We rise, reach to the sky, stand tall. Exhale, arch it back. Palms gently stay touched. Inhale it up, pull the hands to heart center, rotate to the right, sitting to chair. Left elbow to the right knee. Press against that knee. Work to bring those hands towards heart center. Weights in those heels. Opening the arms. Back of that left arm pressing against the outside of the knee. Find your breath. Knees remain side by side. Glue those knees. Pulling those hands back to heart center. We turn back to face front and rise. Extend the arms to the sky this time. Open the arms to a nice wide V as you arch it back. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale and hinge it forward to airplane. Arms sweep back to flight. Shoulders rolled back. Breathe, shifting some weight forward into the balls of the feet and the toes. Now shifting some weight back into those heels. Can you lift your toes? Now center your weight. Core strong. Rotate palms to the sky. Big circle of those arms overhead. Interlace your fingers at the top, all but the index finger and thumb. Close those heels so those feet are side by side. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lean to the right. Press your hips to the left. Squeeze those inner thighs and give that left shoulder a little roll back. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, lean to the left. Squeeze those inner thighs. Roll that right shoulder back just a bit. Inhale it back up. Pull the hands to heart center and let's step those feet to hip width apart. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Adding an optional push-up if you like. To down dog. Find your breath and let's sway those hips side to side. Coming back to center, shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the mat, windmill your arms up. To warrior two, hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Gaze out over your front middle finger. Sinking into those legs, softening those shoulders. Inhale, straighten your front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach, and then take it up and back. To reverse warrior, lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips. Let's turn and take our gaze towards our back heel with a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit, reach back, and then exhale, sink back into that right leg. Breathe. And let's inhale it back up to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those right toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Extend out of the shoulder. Rotate that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Breathe and feel that beautiful stretch all the way down that left side. Inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky and slowly let's rise. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle, lengthening and reaching through those fingertips. Gazing along the inside of that right arm and just let that left arm slide down that back leg. And let's inhale it up Bending that right knee, windmilling those arms down, one hand on either side of your foot, back heel comes off the mat, and we come into a runner's lunge. Breathe. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Let's bring that back knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. If it feels right to you, come down onto your left forearm. And then the right. Relax the weight of your head. Now that right knee wants to kind of flare out to the side. It's okay. Let it a little bit, but really try to not nestle it up against your shoulder as best you can. Our lizard pose. We can keep that back knee down or tuck the toes and lift that back knee. So just intensifying things a little bit, but do what's right for you. And let's come back up to the palms of the hands, and we're going to heel toe that right foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Toes are off, heel is on, kind of like where we were at the beginning, where we drew that right leg up. But now it's probably up a little bit higher. So how does that feel on those hips? Feels good. We're going to draw that left foot in across from the right. Big step in, lower your bottom, lift the chest. We come to garland. Drawing those knees open, drawing that pelvis through, pulling those shoulder blades down the spine. Breathe. Now I want you to notice, are you rocking to the inside of your foot? Probably so. See if you can get that outer edge of the foot to the mat. Now doing our very best to lead with the crown of the head, we rise. Notice your bottom wants to lift first. We're not going to let it. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky. Let's rise up onto the balls of the feet. Breathe. Core strong. Slowly coming back down to the heels, pulling those hands back to heart center. We lower back down to garland. Breathe. Just sliding along that imaginary wall. Release your hands, walk, step, or hop to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Optional push up to down dog. Big, full, deep breaths. And we shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat, windmill those arms up to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Gaze out over your front middle finger. Relax the shoulders. Find that breath. Slow, steady breaths. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky. Reach forward as far as you can reach, and then take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Right hand slides down that back leg, left fingertips reach. Let's turn and take our gaze towards that back heel. Tuck your chin. Find that breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. See if you can reach any further. And then exhale, sink. And breathe. Let's inhale it back up to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those left toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down, right arm high, triangle. Should feel this amazing stretch happening through that right side, through the waist, through the hip, through the ribs, rotating that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over, and oh my goodness, just intensified all the way down the right side. Breathe. Close your eyes if you like. Just get lost in that amazing stretch. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky and slowly rise. Nice work. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Oh, reverse triangle. Right hand again, sliding down that back leg. Left fingertips reaching, gazing along the inside of that left arm. And let's inhale it back up. Bending that left knee, windmilling the arms down, one hand on either side of your foot. Back heel comes off the mat. Our runner's lunge. This great stretch down the front of that right leg, into the groin on that left side, into that left hip. Let's bring both hands to the inside of your foot. Let's bring that back knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. And if it feels right to you, come down onto your right forearm. Now you don't have to come all the way down. You can just slightly bend the elbow. Both arms, if you like. Breathe. So our modified lizard, again, that left knee is kind of trying to flare out to the side a little bit. We're just going to do our best to keep it kind of nestled in towards our shoulder. If you like, tuck your toes in the back and lift that back knee. Breathe. So we're always checking in of how our body is responding, making sure there is no pain. Challenge is always good. Let's come back up to the palms of the hands. And we're going to heel toe that left foot out, outside edge. So the toes are off of the outside edge of your mat. Heel is on, and we're going to center those hands underneath us. Breathe. Lifting out of those shoulders, staying long through the spine, strong through the belly. We're going to take that right foot and draw it in across from the left. Big step. Toes turned out. We lower the bottom. We lift the chest. Now, if you're taking care of your knees, garland may not be the very best place. You can always have those knees bent, or you can stay in lizard. Great time to just take a break, grab a drink of water. Just take care of yourself. Now, again, did we roll towards that big toe? Did we roll to the instep of our foot? I want you to work to get that outer edge of your foot pressing into the mat. Now, doing your very best to lead with the crown of the head. Let's rise. Extend, interlace the fingers, all but the index finger and thumb, and as you extend the arms, rise up onto the balls of the feet and the toes. Breathe. Soften those shoulders. Strong through the core. Slowly bring those heels back down. Slowly pull it back down to garland. Release the interlacing of the fingers. Hands to heart center. Garland. Nice work. Hands come down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push-up to down dog. Let those heels sink. Let your head be heavy. Feel that length in the spine as you press that mat away. Let's do an inhale as we lift those heels, coming up to the balls of the feet, hollowing the tummy and chest like an ocean wave. Slowly we begin to level out to plank. Slowly lower down, toes or knees. Onto the tummy, tops of the feet to the mat. We begin to lift our gaze. Breathe. So rather than really looking up and torquing that neck, gazing forward. Lifting the hands if you like. Now noticing if those glutes are engaged. It's absolutely fine if they are. Placing the forearms to the mat, a little bit wider than your rib cage. And gently lift. Breathe. So if we were to have those elbows directly under our shoulders, that would be more of a Sphinx pose. Here we are in Cobra. Now, if it feels right to you, begin to lift your gaze. If it feels right to you, begin to extend those arms. King Cobra, shoulders down and away. And slowly bending the elbows, gazing forward once again. Pull those hands right back by your chest and sit it back to child's pose. Quiet your breath. Check in. And let's inhale it up to a modified high plank and slowly lower back down. Let's open those arms out to a T. We're going to bring that right leg up and over as we roll to that left shoulder. Breathe. Now we can pull that right hand in and give it a gentle press as we take our gaze up over that right shoulder. Find your breath. So there's a lot of things happening here. Just noticing where your body's talking the loudest. Gently releasing, coming back to center, opening the arms back out to a T, lifting that left leg, pulling that left hand in. We roll to that right shoulder and open the chest. Give a little push with that left hand as much as feels right to you, and take your gaze up over that left shoulder. So we're stretching through the front of that right shoulder, through the chest, the neck, mobility and flexibility in the spine, opening up through those hips. Breathe. And once again, rolling back, hands right by your chest, press it back to child's pose. And let's go ahead and walk those hands up. We're going to come up to a seated position, and we're going to pull those feet off to the right. So that left leg is in front, shin kind of right in line with your mat. And we're going to turn and walk our hands out over that left knee. Just gently walking down. It's kind of like a very modified pigeon. And release the weight of the upper body. So you can stack your hands if you like. You can extend those arms if you like. Just find a place that feels good to you, where you can let your body just truly, truly relax. And then we lift just slightly and walk those hands forward out over that left shin, and once again release the weight of the upper body down. So noticing that stretch in the hip, in the groin, in the knees, in that lower back, just making sure that we're taking care of whatever part of our body that might need a little extra love. Sometimes we don't even realize that something's not great until we get there. So we just want to make sure that the body's in agreement. And let's gently walk those hands back up, and we're just going to switch sides. So bringing that right foot forward, left foot back, shin kind of a nice straight line across the top of your mat, that left foot tucked in, and we turn out over that right knee and then walk it forward. Again, arms can be extended, hands can be stacked. Get rid of the wiggles and just let yourself surrender in. Lifting just slightly when we walk those hands now out over that right shin, and just gently release it down. And just noticing if one side's a little more challenging, a little more restricted than the other. It's pretty normal and absolutely fine. Just not fine if there's pain going on. Come out or adjust so that you no longer feel that pain. If you're getting tingliness, kind of those pins and needles, starting a numbness effect, we don't want that either. So adjust however you need to adjust. Without judgment or criticism, it's just where we need to be today. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. Let's crisscross those legs. Coming back to our easy pose, sitting up nice and tall, resting those hands down by your sides. Close your eyes, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift your head and gently take your head back. Gaze to the sky. Let's lift that lower jaw as high as you can lift it, getting a good stretch through the throat. Relaxing that jaw, slowly lifting your head back to neutral. We take our gaze out over that right shoulder with a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Let's pull those hands to heart center, closing the eyes. A little tuck of your chin down. Relax those shoulders. Now gently open the palms towards the sky. Allow the back of the hands to rest along the knees. Bring the index finger to gently touch your thumb. If that feels okay, you can just relax your hands. If that feels better, or rest your hands on your lap. We're just going to take a moment to just simply breathe. We take a moment to thank our mind and our body for taking us on this journey today, for doing our very best to take care of ourselves inside and out. Finding a healthy, effective way to let go of stress, tension, to bring ourselves back to a place of balance and strength. Reminding ourselves that each breath we take is a gift. Each day, an opportunity to share our knowledge, our humor, our love, and our friendship. Let's do so openly and honestly. Let's gently pull those hands back to heart center. Opening the eyes. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Hope you have the best day that you've had in a very long time, and I hope it just continues each and every day. Wishing you guys always light and love each and every time we get to be together, even beyond. So whether or not we see each other that day, know that I send that out to you. So thank you. Be well, take care, and until the next time, namaste.